Don't lie, I wanted to know. God's love's dying, is it ready to go? It's the last time running through snow, where the vaults are full and the fire's bold. I wanna know, does it bother you, the low click of a ticking clock? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hakim channel. I appreciate you tuning in wherever you are in the world. Happy Friday afternoon for me. So glad that you're here with me. We're doing a live watch along for Bayern Munich and RB Leipzig. First game of the Bundesliga season. If you've been with me since the start, this is our third season covering the Bundesliga on the channel. So very happy for this. The first season, Leverkusen won. Second season, Bayern won. We'll see if Bayern Munich can repeat again this season. Let me know your thoughts on this game in the live chat. You can vote. I put a poll in the live chat. Who do you think is going to win, Leipzig or Bayern Munich? In my opinion, RB Leipzig really struggled last season. I believe they finished in 7th place. Someone can correct me on that. I believe they finished 7th. They didn't even qualify for Europe, not even the god-awful Conference League. So looking for a bounce-back season, RB Leipzig are. Bayern Munich, on the other hand, finished first. They won the Bundesliga last season, but really didn't do much other than that. They got knocked out of Champions League, knocked out of the DFB Pokal. Definitely I don't want to say poor season for Bayern because they did win the Bundesliga, but for Bayern Munich, winning the Bundesliga that's bare minimum. That is bare minimum. If you don't win the Bundesliga for Bayern, that's a colossal failure. The goal this season is definitely Champions League and doing well in that. Let me just make sure we got everything working, because we are also live today on Twitch. If you are watching me on Twitch, hello. I know it's a gaming channel for the most part, but I thought, why not just do a live stream on Twitch as well. Good to see we got YouTube going. Happy for that. Oh, this is new. They're playing the national anthem. Oh, it's saxophone guy. I love that. Is this the guy who did the na 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 on the saxophone during the Euros? I'm pretty sure this is the same guy. Love that. This is really cool. They usually never do the anthems before the games. This is sick. But yes, if you do want to watch me on Twitch, if you're on YouTube, I put the link in the video description. I will be doing lots of gaming streams on Twitch, so make sure you give me a follow there. Subscribe to the YouTube as well while you're at it. You can follow me on my socials. @GrandHakim is the Twitter. @Accurate_Hakim is the Instagram and Tickety Talk. If you want to get any channel merch, join the Discord. Or like I said, follow the Twitch, make a donation. All links are going to be in the video description. And if you are new, my plan is to cover Bayern Munich for the entire season in the Bundesliga. If it works out with my schedule and I can do a live stream, we'll do a live stream like what we're doing right now. If it doesn't work out, I will watch the game on my own on a replay, and then I will film my match reaction with like the big whiteboard. If you haven't seen that video, I did a video for the PSG Bayern game in the Club World Cup. And I had a big whiteboard. I wrote down all my notes and filmed a video that way. So either way, whether it's a video or a live watch along, I got you covered for Bayern Munich throughout this entire Bundesliga / Champions League slash DFB Pokal campaign for 2025-2026. I can't believe it's already 2026. We're already saying that. I think that is crazy. We will get starting lineups here for you shortly. I can show you that in a little bit. I just want to make sure I got the clock ready to rock here. Always got to make sure about the clock. But yeah, let me know your score predictions in the chat, people. Let me know. I'm very curious to see what you guys think. I coined myself the Bundesliga enthusiast. I'm not an expert in football. I'm not an expert in soccer if you're in America. I'm not an expert in the Bundesliga. I've been watching it for... This is my 5th season watching Bundesliga. I watched it since COVID when it came back, so I believe it's my 5th or 6th season watching Bundesliga. Still not an expert, but I love this league so much. I instantly became like a Bayern and Dortmund fan right away. And very excited for this season to start. Like I said, it's the 3rd year that we're covering it on the channel. I appreciate everyone that has subscribed and joined me on the journey. The Allianz Arena is rocking. Bayern in the red shirts. Leipzig in the white kit. And we're underway. The clock is working. Love it. You can use that to sync the stream to the game if you're watching the game live with me at home. Or maybe you're at work. It's a weekday afternoon after all. But maybe you got to leave home from work early to watch this one. Interesting. So this is the tactical. Am I watching the tactical feed? It's like so wide. The camera is so wide. I am watching the tactical feed. It should. I'll stick with this. I did not do that on purpose. I am watching the tactical feed. Well, let's try it. Why not? It's so wide. Like you can see everything that's going on, which I kind of like, honestly. I don't mind this camera angle. This isn't bad. I do need to take notes because after this game is over, I'll do it live, but I'm just going to record my match reaction like I normally would do. So I do need to take notes on my phone. Bayern versus Leipzig. Notes. I just do it. How I do my notes is like I'll put like first minute, you know, Gnabry shot went wide and just do that for the rest of the game. And then at the end of the stream, I will record my match reaction. But we'll do it live. So if you guys want to chat with me during that, we definitely can. But let's do lineups. This is going to be a bit clunky because I haven't set this up yet. But bear with me on that. Bear with me. Don't lie, I wanted to know. It's going to be black. That's okay. You can still hear me. Yep, you can. God's love die young. Are you ready to go? Here we go. You can see this. Starting lineups for both teams. I can zoom in so you can see better. We'll start with the home. Let's do the visitors. RB Leipzig first. So they are in a 4-3-3 formation. We'll start in the back. It's Goalie in net. We did a watch-along for RB Leipzig. I believe they were playing Borussia Dortmund, and we did a watch-along last season. And Goalie had a world-class performance, so expecting another great game for him. Here come Bayern, Elise. Shot gets blocked, and it's going to be a corner kick. 4 minutes in, corner for Bayern. Let's watch this corner, then we can do lineups again. Go back to lineups. The in-swinger near post, headed away. Orban's going to clear it away. That's got to be a foul, ref. Foul on Bayern. Free kick for Leipzig. Let's go back to this. Your back line for RB Leipzig is Rom, Lukaba. Someone can help me pronounce that. Lukaba. Orban. What's this dude's name? Riddle Baku. He's Riddle Baku. A bit like Count Dooku. Count Dooku's cousin, but it's Baku. Oh boy, here's Leipzig in the box. Can't get a shot away. It's a foul on Leipzig. Free kick for Bayern. Good look there for Leipzig. A couple good looks for both teams here. And Leon Goretzka's down. Hopefully he's okay. He's grabbing his ankle. Not sure if he got kicked. Oh, he rolled his ankle. Oh, he like toe picked the grass and rolled his ankle. Oh, I think that's he might be done. I think he's going to be done, folks. That looked bad. I've done that before. I've done that playing hockey. I've rolled my ankle like that, and it's like, it's the worst pain ever. I think we're going to see our first sub for Bayern. Or maybe they'll put the magic spray on and numb it up. I don't know. Goretzka, toe pick. Yeah, the twisting ankle is horrific. That is very horrific. Well, let's finish the lineups here. Goretzka is back on his feet, which is good to see. That is very scary. So Lukaba, Orban, Riddlebaku, excuse me. Your midfield of Javi Simons. He's like kind of my X-Factor player to watch out for RB Leipzig. Seawald, Schlager. Your front three, Diomande, Openda, who is amazing. And then Bakayoko. Help with the pronunciations, people, if I'm butchering these, because I apologize. For Bayern Munich, we of course have the man, the myth, the legend, the GOAT, as Thomas Müller would say, Manuel Neuer in net. Your back line, they're in a 4-2-3-1 formation, by the way. Back line of Stančić, Ta, Upamecano, Konrad Lima, who used to play for RB Leipzig, but came over to Bayern last season. Leon Goretzka, who appears to be okay. I thought he was going to have to get subbed off, but it looks like he's fine. He's hobbling right now on his ankle, and he is struggling out there. So I think we might be seeing a sub from Vincent Kompany. Joshua Kimmich is alongside Goretzka in the midfield. And then newly acquired Luis Diaz, which is an excellent pickup. He's on the ball right now. From Liverpool. I think that's a great pickup for Bayern. Scored in the, what do you call it? The Super Cup last weekend against Stuttgart, which is fun. Then you got Serge Gnabry, Lise. And then up top, you got Harry Kane. And this is the bench. I'm not going to go through everyone on the bench, but this is what the benches look like. Urbig, Bui, Guerrero, Kim Min-jae, Pavlovic, Carl. It's Carl. Kui Asare, Wisdom Mick. And of course, head coach is Werner for Leipzig, and Vincent Company for Bayern. And that is your starting lineup. Anything newsworthy? Anything newsworthy? Nothing really. Nothing really. Let's go back to the main screen here. This is the Bundesliga table, if you were curious. This is the live table. If you were wondering what's going on. It's the only game happening today, but as it stands currently, Bayern in first place because they're Bayern. I'm like, what's the tiebreaker for that? No goals scored. Is it because they're at home? It's probably because they're Bayern. That's why they're in first. Very good. Here come Bayern again. The 10th minute. Goretzka in the box. Gnabry can't do much with that. And he was offsides anywho. So it does not matter. Just a hair offsides there, Gnabry. Just a hair. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy Friday. If you're on Twitch, this is like my first official stream on Twitch. I did some testing streams this past week, and then I did one at like 1 a.m. last night just to make sure all this worked. But yeah, I don't know what to call you guys. The Twitchers, the Twitch peeps, the Twitchers. We'll come up with a name. But I'm gonna try and do gaming streams almost every day for like an hour. Oh, here we go. Oh, good save by Goalie. Konrad Lima got a shot off kind of near the right of the box, and Goalie had to make a save. Easy save, but first big chance of the game, courtesy of Konrad Lima in the 10th minute, 11th minute. Yeah, so far 11 minutes in, we're seeing kind of RB Leipzig sit back in a low block, if that's a term you can say, kind of letting Bayern possess the ball. Yeah, I don't mind this tactical feed. It's an interesting way to watch. I've never watched a football game like this before. Comes another cross, cleared away by Leipzig. Yeah, Diamande did well, but he just got bombarded by 3 Bayern players and lost the ball there. I guess he's a good one-on-one player down the wing. He's got the skills, the skill moves. As I mentioned, everybody, we got a poll in the chat. I guess I never gave my score prediction. I'm going to go, I think it will be Bayern. They're at home, opening day of the Bundesliga. I do think Bayern are going to win. I think it'll be somewhat high scoring just because I feel like when these two teams play, it is. And the defense for Bayern is, for me, it isn't as solid as I would like. So I'm going to go, I'll go 3-1 Bayern. I was going to say 3-2, but I'll go 3-1. Here comes Bayern in the box. Headed away by Leipzig, and he's offsides again. Offsides again. But let me know your thoughts in the chat. We also put a poll in the chat on YouTube. Who do you got? I'm looking at the results of that right now. 67% said Bayern Munich. 33% said RB Leipzig. Nobody said draw. If you are from America, there are draws in the Bundesliga. I know some people are used to watching like football, like American football or hockey, well, other sports, baseball, or there's no ties, but in soccer there are ties. Unless it's like a cup competition, then there's like extra time and penalties and all that jazz. Also, let me know where you're watching from if you're watching this with me. I'd love to know. Last season, we had a few people from, I think there was like one person from like Russia who was watching. We had one person from Germany. I think we had one person from like the Nepal, and then some UK folks, and then we had a few Americans such as myself. But the channel is for everyone, so make sure you tell your friends and family if you love soccer, you love Bayern, you love the Bundesliga, because sometimes we might do watch-alongs for other games, not just specifically Bayern, if I'm feeling up for it. Like, what's the schedule for tomorrow? Because I'm in a nice little window here where I have some time off from work, so I might do some more. And since it's the opening week of the Bundesliga, why not? Good crowd at the Allianz. Really good crowd. Full house, of course. That's definitely a bucket list item for me to make it to Munich one day and see Bayern. I want to see everyone. Like, I want to see Bayern. I want to see Dortmund. Love to see Leipzig's home arena. Oh, Gnabry! Wound that up, but his shot gets blocked. Openda on the break, but he's the only white shirt. So he's going to have to hold up here. That's like me playing FIFA. Like, when I play FIFA 25 and I go on the break, the AI players or the computer players that, you know, I'm playing with, because I just play by myself, they're all like in the midfield, and I'm like trying to like put a cross in the box, and I have no people to put a cross in. It's so frustrating. That's why, like, honestly, like, I sometimes will play FIFA, but it's gotten to the point where it's not as fun as it used to be. And I honestly don't even know if I will get FIFA 26. Well, I might get it in the spring when it's like half off, but I'm definitely not going to pay full price. Like $70 for the game. I'll wait till it's like $30 in the spring. I think that's the way to go, honestly, with when you're buying video games, unless you're like super diehard on the game and want to play it first. But it's always better, especially for sport games, like wait for 6 months and get it when it's like discounted in the spring. That's how like NHL works too. Because like NHL 26 is coming out in September. I'm debating about getting that right away because I am pretty good at NHL and it'd be fun to stream that on Twitch. But I might wait. But at the same time, I might get it right away. Wow. That cross, I don't know if it's surprised Goalie or what, but he had to make a diving save there. Elise had a looping cross in the box. I don't know if it was probably meant for someone, but late reaction for Goalie. I think he was waiting to see if there was a deflection or not. Which I guess you have to do that as a goalie. You have to wait, because if there's a deflection and you dive already, then it's like people are going to blame you. What you doing, Goalie? Wow, Bayern got away with the foul there. I thought that should have been a clear foul on Bayern in the midfield. But they're still on the ball. Here's Gnabry. Gets taken down. He got crunched. Sponsored by Crunch. No call. Referee's letting them play. He's letting them play. Who is the ref? I'm not sure if they tell you who the ref is. I wish they did. I wish they told you who the ref is. Respect to the refs. They have such a tough job. I could never be a ref. I might, like, I've played hockey my whole life, so I might have done it for hockey, but I can't. I couldn't imagine for soccer. The amount of, like, moaning and yelling these soccer players or football players do is, like, borderline, like, abuse, in my opinion. Or assault. It's crazy what you can get away with. Like, as a matter of fact, I was just watching a Sounders game the other day. They were playing Puebla from Liga MX, Mexicans League. And one of the guys on Seattle literally got a yellow card, and he was so angry that he ran up to the referee and, like, chest bumped him. And he got a straight red. And I'm just like, what are you doing? And it's like, don't get me wrong, like, I've played sports my whole life. Like, referees can sometimes get it completely wrong. But you got to have respect for them. You treat them with respect. They have a tough job. They're doing their best. The game happens so fast. Treat them right. You got to treat them right. Because sometimes they can have your back, too. It's all about, like, finessing the ref and trying to get him on your side. Look at that save from Galassi, the looping cross. I guess he did have to wait because Harry Kane was making a diagonal run, looking to get ahead on it, but didn't. Looking at some insights here, Bayern have scored 10 goals in their last 5 matches, probably dating back to the Club World Cup. Here's Baku. Good pass for Openda, but again, there's not enough white shirts. They're all behind the ball. If Leipzig are going to counter, they need more numbers forward. They're just too slow. And then RB Leipzig have scored 16 goals in their last 5 matches. Good for them. Injuries. That's a big thing for Bayern with injuries. Alphonso Davies, my boy Fonzie, he is sadly injured with a ligament injury. Expected to be back in December of 2025. Anyone else? And then, yes, Jamal Musiala. I was watching that game live when they were playing PSG in that quarterfinal game of the FIFA Club World Cup, and Musiala, his leg literally, like, snapped in half, and it gives me the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it. It was horrible, horrific injury. Here's Lima, and that cross will go way over the bar, and it's a goal kick. But yeah, he's expected to be back in late November, which is honestly, that's a crazy recovery time, because imagine you break your leg in July and you're back in November. The body's amazing. It can heal that fast. Well, 23 minutes in, this game has somewhat gone to what I expected. I thought RB Leipzig would have more of the ball, but it's basically just it's all been Bayern. Like, what are the possession stats? 68% to 32 for Bayern Munich. 0.07 XG to 0 for Bayern. 3 shots for Bayern to 0. 1 big chance to 0. Yeah, they had 1 good look, Leipzig, in the box, and that's about it so far. Sometimes... Oh, sorry. We have Twitch. Sorry, we have Twitch people chatting. My bad. I'm new to Twitch. I'm sorry. Sen Paynova says, hello. Do you respond to chats? Yes, I do. I apologize. Literally got goosebumps watching Musiala get injured. Yes, that was very, very scary. That was very, very scary. Like, I literally, like, gasped when I watched that live. Um, Horrific. I've only seen that injury, like, happen one other time. Like, I saw a hockey player get his leg broken, but yeah. Denali says, Sprechst du Deutsch? Sprechst du Deutsch? I don't speak German. I do not speak German. We did have a segment. The first year that we covered Bundesliga, we had a segment on the channel where we did learn German with Grant. And we could definitely bring that back if you guys want me to. Learn German with Grant. We could do that at halftime. Senpei Nova, who's your favorite player from Bayern? Definitely Alphonso Davies. I love Fonzie. He's from Canada, from Vancouver. Big fan of Fonzie. I also love Joshua Kimmich. I think he's kind of a undervalued player. Does good work, does the dirty work in the midfield. Love Kimmich. Kane! Oh! Wow, on the volley. Kane on the volley almost had goal of the... Well, it would have been goal of the year so far because it would have been the first goal of the season, but that would have been an amazing goal. Speaking of Kimmich, great ball, and Kane on the volley just missed. That would have been unbelievable if you put that in. Oh. Senpei Nova, mine is Elise. He is so clinical. He is fun to watch, Elise. Very fun to watch. If you are new and just tuning in, give us a follow on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube. As I mentioned, we'll be covering Bayern the entire season. If it works out with my schedule, we'll do watch-alongs just like this for the games. I believe Bayern play in the DFB Pokal on Wednesday, and I am free Wednesday afternoon, so we'll do a watch-along for that. If I can't go live, I will make a video, like a match reaction video, and post that on my YouTube channel. So head to the YouTube for the match reactions, live watch-alongs. We'll do both Twitch and YouTube. And then I'm going to try and game a lot on Twitch as well, because I know Twitch is meant for gaming. Honestly, Senpei Nova, I'm so glad that you're watching on Twitch. I thought nobody was going to watch this stream in general, but especially on Twitch, because I know it's just like a gaming platform, but I appreciate you watching with me. Oh! Senpei Nova, that's for you. That's for you. It's Elise. Yabba dabba doo. Elise with the Scorcher. First goal of the season in the Bundesliga. 1-0 Bayern. That's a great goal. We got to see that on the replay. I'm watching the tactical view, so I didn't really get a good look at it, but here's the replay. Gnabry. It kind of falls to Elise, and he smashes it far left post. Great shot by Elise. I think Galashi just missed it with his hand, Galashi. But that is a great shot for Elise. Let me update the score here. One nil. Gotta love it. Nah, it's not specifically for gaming. I'd say, as I've said, I've been following him since he was at Crystal Palace, and he's so good. Very nice. Honestly, I had no idea he played for Crystal Palace, so that's really cool. Oh, Leipzig coming back. Manuel Neuer had to make a save. As I said, Senpei Nova, I'm not a football expert. I'm just a fan. I coined myself the Bundesliga enthusiast for a reason. Not an expert. One day I'll be an expert. This is my third season watching or covering the Bundesliga on YouTube. So I'm slowly but surely learning everything that's going on. So we got a corner kick for Leipzig here. Xavi Simons is going to take it. Cross comes in. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Good block by Goretzka. Great block by Goretzka. I thought that Leipzig player was going to smash that far right side. Yeah, he was at Palace before, and he used to finesse for fun. So good with set pieces, and when he cuts in side and shoots, he's the best at that. Says Saint Nova. Yeah. Looks really good at Bayern. I feel like every year he has like a highlight reel goal every year. How long have you been watching Bayern, Saint Nova? I must know. How long have you been a Bayern fan? And then I can share my story about how I got into Bayern. It's kind of a stupid story, but to be honest, I'm not a Bayern fan. Hey, that's okay. That's okay, Senpei Nova. That's okay with me. Denali says I should learn German with Grant back. We can do that. We can do learn German with Grant at halftime. I'm not a Bayern fan. I'm a Chelsea fan, but thought about tuning in. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I guess my Premier League team would be Manchester United. I've been following United since like I was in high school. Like they're a fun team to watch. Here's Luis Diaz from Liverpool. I know that. Liverpool legend Luis Diaz. Catch up on some Bundesliga. Yeah, the Bundesliga, man, it's getting really popular. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but if you know the streamer, hold this thought. Here's Luis Diaz. Outside the box. Really good feet, Luis Diaz. Quick feet. Here's Kane with it. Wow, look at that passing. Oh! Oh my gosh. Yabba dabba doo. Luis Diaz. That's one of the most unbelievable goals I've seen. That's insane. The passing was gorgeous. I mean, that's like Chef Boyardee. Give it the chef's kiss. Mwah. That's beautiful. And then Luis Diaz caps it off. Goes hashtag Bardowski on the net past Galashi. That's unbelievable. Look at this passing. It's like tic-tac-toe passing. And then Luis Diaz goes Bardowski. Wow. Great goal. Great goal. RB Leipzig, they've barely had any of the ball. They haven't done anything with the ball. I feel bad for them. But what a start for Bayern. A couple seasons ago, Bayern, look at Kimmich. He's loving that. Look at Kimmich. He's loving that shit. Bayern, a couple seasons ago, really struggled against teams that they should beat. You know, like they would kind of keep it 0-0 for the longest time and then maybe squeeze out a 1-0 win at the end. Like first half of games for Bayern used to be like really, really bad. So this is good. get out on the front foot. 2-0 lead. That's good stuff. Back to the comments, though. Senpei Nova, catch up on some Bundesliga. Yes, as I was saying, there's the streamer or YouTube guy. I'm sure everyone's heard of him if you're a football legend. This is how I got into doing watch-alongs. Mark Goldbridge, big fan of his. It's crazy. So he got streaming rights to air Bundesliga games on That's Football, one of his YouTube channels, for only Friday night games. But the weird thing is, it's only for Ireland and the UK folks. It's like watch the games. So if you're in the UK or Ireland, you can only watch it on that YouTube channel. And then I guess Sky Sports is going to air them on Saturday, the Saturday games. And then Amazon is going to air the Sunday games, which is very, very confusing. Like, I don't understand that at all. Like, you're making it harder for people to watch that way. I mean, that's 3 separate streaming services that you got to pay for. I guess the YouTube one's free. But it's 3 separate streaming services that you got to watch the games on. But in America, it's so much easier. It's on ESPN Plus every single game. Bundesliga, La Liga, other soccer leagues too. Senpei Nova, do you mind listening? Yes, I do. What's the idea? Well, you think we have a Joshua Kimmich free kick, like 5 feet outside the box. Elise's on it as well. His shot hits the wall. Kane, recycled it. And it's cleared away by Leipzig. Just clinging on here in the first half. Just trying to get to halftime. But yeah, I mean, good for Goldbridge that he got Bundesliga. That's crazy. I'm sure he's racketing the money. Jared says, what's up, Jared? Hello there, Grant. You excited for your Islanders? Very much so. Very much so. It's honestly, it's probably the most excited I've been to watch the Islanders in a long, long time. Probably since, like, they had Tavares on the team. I take that back. Probably since, like, the Eastern Conference Finals runs that we had. It's probably the most excited I've been. I am worried, though. I know this is Bundesliga, but I'll talk Islanders for a little bit. I'm a bit worried about our first overall pick, Matthew Schaefer, and the fact that we signed him to his entry-level contract because he's still 17. There's no rush to get him into the NHL. I was hoping that he was going to go to college and play like a year or two there. And then go to the NHL, especially considering he's a defenseman. That's what, Cale Makar did that. Devon Taves. He did 4 years at Quinnipiac, Devon Taves. And so that's what I was thinking would be the plan for Schaefer. But since he signed that ELC, he's ineligible to play for college. So it's either going back to juniors or playing with the Islanders. And I think playing with the Islanders might be too quick for him. But I mean, like, if the kid's ready, the kid's ready. But I think if he goes back to juniors, that's a lateral move for his development. Like, he needs to be making upward movement in his development, and going back to Erie, that's a lateral move. He's already torn it up in Erie. So what's the point of going back there? That's just my thoughts on it. Senpei Nova. Basically, I do graphic design stuff, and I noticed you use a sort of overlays for your stream. And to be honest, it does not look as attractive. If you'd be willing, I can help you out create a custom one according to your preferences. Like that scorecard on the side below. It can also help with a logo. Senpei Nova, that would be amazing. I would greatly appreciate that. Because yes, I am not a graphic designer. Everything that you see, I use that software Canva to make everything because it looks very ramshackle and not, as professional as I would like. But if you want to help me create that, that'd be greatly appreciated. I would love that. Um, like I said, I just did my best with everything just to make it simple and clean and whatnot. I didn't try and make it fancy or anything, but if you want to help me out with that Senpei Nova, I would greatly appreciate that. That'd be incredible. I like Twitch. I'm glad I streamed on Twitch today. Can I share some of my work with you on IG or Discord? Yeah, I'll drop my IG in the chat. Oh! It was Gnabry. Did Elise make a save on this? It was. It took a deflection off a Leipzig defender. Hits the crossbar, and it's going to go out for a corner. Bayern just all over Leipzig today. Oh, I see. Yeah, let me go on Twitch. I need to go on the Twitch stream and do it. I can't do it for my streaming software. Hold on, Senpei Nova. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, yeah, perfect. Thank you. Yeah. I put all of my links. I put all of the links in my bio for my socials. So, like YouTube, Twitch. Oh, not Twitch. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all that. So, perfect. Open up my Insta. Here's a corner kick. Elise's going to take it. Cleared away by Schlager. Oh, no. Multiple. I just got breaky. I have the BBC app. Oh, it's a goal again. We'll talk about this later, but it's Elise. And this is world-class football from Bayern Munich here. This is clinical. It's sexual. Cue the Marvin Gaye. Get the KY jelly because RB Leipzig are getting done up the behinds. This is crazy. 3-0. I got to see at halftime, we're going to look at the stats as well. I mean, the possession, it's got to be like 80%. But it's off a corner kick from Elise. Recycled from Gnabry. Cuts down the middle. Hands it off to Elise. Cuts in. Easy goal. The back line for RB Leipzig just getting absolutely destroyed right now. Absolutely destroyed. I forgot to hit Yabba Dabba Doo. Yabba Dabba Doo. There we go. If you know, you know. Yabba Dabba Doo. We always hit the Yabba Dabba Doo when they score. But I have the BBC News app on my phone here. And it says, breaking news, multiple people dead and some trapped after Niagara Falls tour bus crashes in New York State. How scary is that? My condolences to the people on that tour bus. I wonder if if it crashed in the falls or where it crashed, but yeah, I'm gonna look Senpei Nova, don't worry. I'm looking. Dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah, those are cool logos. Yeah, I like those a lot, Senpai Nova. Very, very talented. Very, very talented. Love it. I'm going, so you can see my logo for the YouTube channel in the top left. That's kind of the color scheme, like German, red, yellow, black that I'm going for. That's the color scheme that, I would love because we talk a lot of Bundesliga on this channel. But for my Twitch, I'm gonna keep it really simple on my Twitch for gaming streams. Like I'm probably just gonna like you can see like I tested like Fall Guys like last week I think, where it's just gonna be the game and then me on a little screen and then I'll have the chat in the bottom left there on the game to keep it really simple. But yeah, I mean for this, I think fancy scoreboards and whatnot would be cool. Back to the chat, Jared. By the way, that Inter Miami versus New England Revolution game last month in July was awesome. That's right. I remember you telling me that you were going to go to that. I'm glad you had fun. Let me know who won the game. I'm guessing Inter Miami because I don't think New England's that good. I only watch the Seattle Sounders because they're my diehard team that I've been watching since I was in middle school. My Bayern Munich origin story didn't start till the pandemic. And honestly, you have the pandemic to thank in terms of how I became such a big Bundesliga fan. If it wasn't for the pandemic, I probably never would have gotten into it. Maybe, but yeah, if it wasn't for COVID, we wouldn't be probably here doing a watch-along for this. Also, if it wasn't for COVID, I think a lot of people can say this. My life is completely different, and for a better way, definitely. Especially when it comes to my health too. I really took a step back and focused a lot on my health and taking care of my body and all that. So it was a good, from a privileged perspective, it was a good to do that because I know a lot of people suffered during that time and got sick and lost loved ones and whatnot. So I don't want to say it was a happy time, but from a privileged perspective, I had a house, I had a home, got to stay home, be safe, had a family. It was, I guess, a good time to step back and focus on me. But yes, if you are just tuning in, feel free to subscribe on the YouTube bottom right hand corner. Give us a follow on Twitch if you're watching on Twitch. Would you like to keep it the same? Just add some Bayern touch to it? Or do you have something specific in your mind? Like what the shape would be, animated or static or anything? I mean, honestly, I think keep it kind of neutral because I'm going to do probably watch-alongs for teams other than Bayern. Like Dortmund. I love watching Dortmund. I love watching Leipzig. We'll do other Bundesliga watch-alongs, so I think keep it kind of neutral with the German colors. In terms of animation, I think having a ticker on the bottom is cool, but obviously mine is kind of it's very dollar store looking. Scoreboard, I would keep that static. I don't want that to be moving. Um, but yeah, that's about it. I'd keep it neutral with the colors. Also, I forgot to mention everybody. This stream is sponsored by my good friends at Barvita. If you want organic, clean bars, they're like, I don't want to say they're energy bars. They're just a snack bar to kind of keep your tummy occupied in between meals or if you're traveling or whatnot. It's all whole, real ingredients. Link in the video description if you're watching on YouTube. Or if you're watching on Twitch, head to Barvita's website. Just type it in Google. And then you can use my code GRANT15 at checkout and you get 15% off. You can use that every single time, too. It's not just like your first order or anything. You can use it every single time, get 15% off. Feel free to use that. Definitely. I got some here. I might munch on some later today. I still have to eat my lunch, everybody. After the stream, I'm gonna have my lunch. Do you also want to get a logo? We can create one with the brand identity with your initials and add some football touch. That'd be cool. Yeah, for sure, Senpei Nova. Kind of like I sort of did that in the top left. I'm actually really proud of that logo that I made. It's like a German flag coming in with a soccer ball, right? With the German flags. And then GH are my initials. And then inside the G, I put the Berlin Tower, like a graphic of the Berlin Tower in the G. And then inside of the H, I forgot what monument that is. And might be like a Berlin Wall thing or monument, but it's iconic in Germany. I put that in the H, and then I just put YouTube channel underneath it. I am proud of that. Like, that is probably the coolest logo I've made on my own, even though I'm not, like, an expert. Goretzka's header goes over the bar. And that is it for the first half. Mercifully so for RB Leipzig. That was horrific. I thought this game was going to be a lot tighter, in my opinion. But it looks like RB Leipzig's woes continue from last season. Because last season, they finished 7th in the Bundesliga. Didn't even get to Conference League. And it's not looking good so far. But maybe Bayern is just going to be that good this year. You never know. We can stop the clock here. Halftime. Any other chats that I missed? I'm sometimes really slow at the live chat. Good shots of the Allianz Arena. That's such a gorgeous stadium. Senpei Nova, how much you charging me? Yeah. Chat with me on Insta about the price. He's gonna charge me like $100. I don't think this looks horrible, to be honest, but let's take a look at. And Jared says that he's a Chelsea fan too. Love that. Yeah, they did well at the Club World Cup. They won the Club World Cup. I totally forgot about that. They defeated PSG pretty handily in that Club World Cup. Cole Palmer, he is a absolute legend. He's a stud muffin for Chelsea. He just bossed PSG. I feel bad for PSG because that was like their 60th game or something in the season. They just look gassed in that final, but it was definitely a fun one to watch. And we got a Coldplay halftime show. My favorite bands. One of my favorite bands. Here we go. Here are the stats. We'll use the Bundesliga website because keep it official. Why not? Here are the stats for this one, everybody. Expected goals, 1.09. Bayern is red and Leipzig is white, by the way. 1.09 for Bayern Munich, and then 0.27 for RB Leipzig. Not great for RB Leipzig. Look at the passes completed. 366, 91%, and then 202, 85%. Pass efficiency, I'm not sure what this is about. It compares the number of successful passes with the number of passes expected to find another teammate. For this, every pass receives an AI calculated probability to be a successful one. If a player has a positive pass efficiency value, he has brought more passes to his teammates than predicted. Interesting. So read that what you will. That's confusing. Shots, 6-3 off target, 5-1 on target. Elise has 5 shots. Schlager only has 1. Senpei Nova, Elise has been excellent. Distance ran, 6.6 to 6.3. Fastest runner, kilometers per hour, 34.42 for Openda, 33.32 for Lima. How fast is that in miles per hour? Let me look this up. What was it? 34.42 kilometers per hour to miles per hour. Try AI mode. Search whatever is on your mind and get AI-powered responses. This AI stuff is getting out of hand. Google now has AI mode. That's 21.387, so that's 21.39 rounded up miles per hour. That's fast. Holy shit, that's fast. 21 miles per hour he ran. That's crazy. I didn't think Conrad Lima was that fast either. Good for him. Possession, 63% to 37% for Bayern Munich. I feel like that should be higher. Like, I don't remember seeing Leipzig have any of the ball besides that one chance, like 10 minutes in. Other than that, it's been all Bayern. It's crazy. Okay, I'm going to switch out of tactical feed. That was cool, but I kind of just want the regular feed. There we go. Archie Raintut, my boy, Ale Moreno. I forgot the woman's name. I forgot her name. Kay Murray. Love Kay Murray. Shout out Kay Murray. She's the best. And Archie Raintut, he's like my hero. Follow him on Twitter at Archie Raintut. Tackles 1, duels 1, corners. Anybody play fantasy Bundesliga? I'm too busy to do fantasy. I have no time to do fantasy football, let alone Bundesliga. Those are the stats. 3-0 at halftime. Senpei Novus is check IG. Whoa. Almost lost the phone. Since it's our first time working together, can you please tell me what's your min-max budget? I don't know. Tell me what you normally charge people. Like, what's normal? I'm not giving away my hands like that. It's like we're playing poker right now. ESPN FC by following Bayern RB Leipzig. So I'm thinking. Actually, I can use Chat GPT for this. I'm having ChatGPT give me some German words that we can learn together. All right, so ChatGPT, it gave me a list. Let's do this. For your halftime entertainment, backed by popular demand, can we get the jingle, please? Dun da 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 dum. It's Learn German with Grant. Bum 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 bum. That's right. I did like the surfer thing. Like imagine if I was like your college professor and I came in the classroom and I had shades on. Oh yeah, let me wear these. I wore these and then I did this coming into the room. Pretended I was like on a surfboard. Let's pull this up. Learn German with Grant. Should I show you or should we just... I don't think it's worth showing. I can just tell you. Okay, if Learn German with Grant, the first word is hello. I can show you. Which, you can guess what that means. It means hello. Like that one Lionel Richie song, hello. Or Adele, hello, it's me. I've been wondering if after all these things you did to me could be over anything. Bum, bum, bum. I don't know the words. Tschüss. Tschüss is bye. Tschüss. Danke is thank you. Bitte, please, you're welcome. Ja is yes. Okay, I love that. Ja. Ja is yes. I knew 9. 9. I feel like you can only say 9 in like a super angry way. I feel like you can't say 9 like the way I just said it, like super chill. If you're going to say 9, you got to say that like super angry German, like 9. 9, 9, 9. Wie geht's is how are you? Gut is good. Schlecht. Schlecht is bad. My stream froze. I'm watching this on Disney Plus. Let me switch over to the ESPN app. Disney Plus in the mud. In the mud. Up your game with the new interactive features. What? Oh, that's cool. Key plays. Shop. What a joke this is. You can... Okay, on ESPN, you can actually shop for jerseys. That's hilarious. Oh, they have like a black alternate jersey this year. It looks like a Bournemouth kit, to be honest. That's hilarious. I respect it. I respect the hustle. I don't like. Why is that? Is that? There it goes. So Goots is good. Schlecht is bad. Senpei Novus is check the IG. Normally, streamers pay me around $60 to $120 for the basic overlays package because it includes 6 to 7 screens, 4 times the alerts, and 8 to 10 panels. Now you can tell me how much you are willing to spend on it, and we can move forward with that. $60. To be honest, for like an overlay, that's a lot. I mean, good for you for making that amount of money off people. I could not fathom spending that much money on an overlay. I just don't think that is a lot of money. Like for me, I thought like overlays would be like $15-20. That would make sense. $120. I don't know about that. But back to Learn German with Grant. So, and then Vielleicht is maybe. So to practice, if someone says like hello, you would say hello. Wie geht's? How are you? You could say gut. You could say schlecht. Or you could say vielleicht. Actually, that wouldn't make sense. Maybe. If someone asked how are you and you said maybe, it'd be like, huh? What are you talking about? Vielleicht, maybe. Gut. Yeah, I like that. Gut. And then fun words. Ice is ice cream. So just ice. Hund is dog, which is funny. Hund. The stream keeps freezing. Also, I feel like this halftime is really long. All right, we're back. Ice is ice cream. Hoon, dog. Katze, cat. Beer is beer. Football is soccer. Let me get the clock ready. Underway in the second half here. Clock is working. You can use the clock to sync the stream to the game. We're back on the normal camera, which I gotta say looks a lot better. Tactical feed's cool, but... Oh! Schlager shot goes wide. But I don't know. I like this better. You can see everything more clear. I can see clearly now. The rainbow's gone. I can see clearly now. Yeah, I got you, Senpei Nova. I make you 3 main screen overlays. Like starting soon, be right back, and ending soon. Or maybe we can... Yeah, see, I don't need the starting soon overlays. I've always thought that's just pointless. Like, I just go live. There's no need to make it overly complicated like that. So if you want to make a scoreboard that you think is better than this, go right ahead. But I'm, like I said, I'm not like super anal about it looking perfect, right? It's more so about connecting with people, having fun, fostering a fun environment to hang out with. That's what I'm about. So chance there, it goes wide. It'll be a throw in for Bayern here. Right back on the front foot. No breaks. No breaks at all. Don't lie, I wanted to know. God's love dying. Is it ready to go? It's the last time running through snow, where the vaults are full and the fire's bold. I want to know, does it bother you? Before I forget, I had to take my vitamins before I forget. I'm going to take my vitamins live on the stream. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Lima. Good D by Orban. Be a throw-in for Bayern. Got me vitamins. I take a lot of vitamins. Can you do 30 USD for that? The scoreboard? A $30 scoreboard? I'd have to see it first. It better be the most freaking amazing scoreboard I've ever seen in my goddamn life. I feel like a fair price for a scoreboard is like, if it's just a scoreboard, I feel like it should be like $5 or $10, if that. I mean, oh, it's a yellow card for Ta. He was on Leverkusen last season. I should probably make a tweet for start of the second half. We take a lot of vitamins. Here comes Leipzig, though. Like, I want Bayern to win, but I feel bad for Leipzig. They need more of the ball. Here's Luis Diaz. Got tackled. Kind of gave up on the ball there. This is better from Leipzig. Cleared away by Lima. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Like I said, if you are new, give us a follow on Twitch. If you're watching us on Twitch, you Twitchers. And then subscribe on the YouTube, bottom right-hand corner. Here's Musa. Again, Conrad Lima. Ex-Leipzig player, having a great day at the office playing defense. Great day at the office for him. This isn't vape, by the way. This is not vape. People always ask. It's not vape. That'd be through my mouth. It'd be crazy if I vaped through my nose. Imagine that. Imagine vaping through your nose. Here comes Leipzig. Baku down the right wing. Cross comes in. Stabbed away by Stanisic. And it's going to be a corner for RB Leipzig. A lot better for RB Leipzig. This is what I thought was going to happen in the first half. I thought Leipzig might take it take it to Bayern a little bit, but hasn't been so in this game. But I'm gonna whack in a tweet here quick. Be a goal kick. Oh, Elise, bad pass. Here comes Leipzig on the counter. Oh, it's so annoying getting logged out on Twitter. Why did that happen? That's not my... I don't know why stuff you get logged out of. That's so annoying when websites do that. They just log you out randomly. Alrighty, we're back. Let me make this tweet. I feel like I'm a grandpa sometimes with this technology. It takes me forever to do like the simplest things. Oh boy, here's Kane. Goretzka back post. Can't get it to go. There's that. And then I just need my Twitch link. I'm glad it's working. I thought we'd have technical difficulties, but I'm glad the dual stream's working. It's only the second time I've done a dual stream before. Glad everything is working. Oops. Second half is live. RB Leipzig versus Bayern Munich. Come hang out for the Watchalong. YouTube, Twitch. Post it. Sweet. Head to the Twitter. I guess you can head to the Twitter. You're already watching this. But my Twitter is @Grant_Hakim. No, that's my Instagram. @Grant_Hakim is my Twitter. @Grant_Hakim is my Instagram and TikTok. Because someone on Instagram already took @Grant_Hakim. It's surprising because I feel like my name's kind of unique. It's like a British name with a, I think Hakim's like a Muslim origins, which I'm not even Muslim. But interesting combination there. Also, the sun's come out, so I need to close my windows. The glare is crazy. Is that better? I feel like we should just close it all the way. Or should we go out a little? I think that's fine. I think, yeah. Or what about halfway? 'Cause I feel like a little natural light kind of helps out a little. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I dig that. I dig it. 3-0 Bayern. I think this is kind of elementary at this point here, everybody. I think it could be. I think Bayern will get one more and make it 4. But other than that, I think it's going to end 3-0. But let me know your thoughts in the live chat, everybody. And thank you for watching. Like I said, we're going to do this the entire season. You have my word. In the past, I've been kind of flaky on my word in terms of like doing this, but I will make sure of it. Don't worry. Whether it's this or match reaction for sure. I'm also starving, by the way. I've not eaten today, so after the stream, I'm going to have my first meal. Oh, boy. Good D. Upamecano coming in clutch with the defense. Excellent by Upamecano. Look at that defense. He was onside, too. The masked man. Who's that guy for Leipzig that's got the Phantom of the Opera mask? Scary. Who is the, was it Zorro? I feel like Zorro was one of those guys that had a mask like that. Oh, Elise almost had a breakaway. Oh my gosh, the sun. I love the sun, but not for a stream. Here's RB Leipzig again. The masked man. Zorro. I remember watching that movie. I think it was high school, like 9th grade or something. And when he would like either murder someone or he when he robbed a place, he always left like a Z on like a tree or like on the table, or with his sword he wrote a Z or something. That's all I know about Zorro. Bayern having to defend here. Here's Luis Diaz. Look at how far back Harry Kane is. He's the striker, folks. Harry Kane's the striker. He's all the way back, like where the back line is. That's crazy for Harry Kane. There's Luis Diaz. Gnabry. Elise. Goretzka. Elise. Cross. Back post. Diaz. Trying to find Lima. Can't get it to go. Kimmich is going to keep it rolling here. Elise. Shot. Curls just wide. He's looking for a corner. Is it a corner? I don't think so. I think it'll be a goal kick. But first, big chance for Bayern in this half. But is Elise again. He's having a great game, Elise. I'm going to put this all the way down. The glare is too much for me. There we go. It's all about finding the proper lighting. I like this lighting. Because I feel like this, it's too blue. Well, if I crank it down, it's not bad. I like the warmer tone, though. But nothing too crazy. What a bad turnover. Oh, just missed. That should have been a goal for Leipzig. That's a bad giveaway. And Nusa just curled it wide, like a good foot. Neuer was there, though. If it was on frame, maybe Manuel Neuer would have gotten that. Oh, they got the ref cam back. Love that. I love that. Big up to the ref cam. Kane! Penalty. No penalty. Referee says no penalty. Yeah, no penalty. Haven't really noticed a lot of Harry Kane this game. It's basically been like, I feel like I've noticed Gnabry, Elise, and then Conrad Lima on defense, and then Kimmich as well. That's the nice thing for Harry Kane, because someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like at Tottenham, his old team, he was kind of like the main guy, and if he didn't have a good game, they didn't have a good game. The nice thing with Bayern is that it's a team full of like stars, basically. So he can kind of have an off game, and the team can still do this and win 3-0. And it doesn't really matter if he has an off day, you know? And then obviously there'll be a game where Harry Kane picks up the slack. So that's the benefit of having a team full of legends like we do at Bayern. Very good. The fans are doing a clapping thing. There's a group of like, do you see this on the TV? There's a group of white people. Not like that. They're dressed in white. Why is there a group of white people? They're all dressed in white in one section of the arena. That's a bad challenge by Baku. By Luis Diaz. Kane. I just said Harry Kane. He can have an off day and it doesn't matter, but he gets a goal here. Yabba dabba doo. Harry Kane, 4-0 Bayern Munich. What a day at the Allianz. Thump. This is a straight up thumping of RB Leipzig. Straight thump. But great job by Serge Gnabry in the midfield. Luis Diaz. He's been... I forgot to mention, Luis Diaz has had an excellent game as well. I've loved his performance. Finds Harry Kane. And cuts it back. Through the legs of Goalie. 4-0. I think that's curtains. That's curtains for RB Leipzig today. I feel bad for them. I genuinely do feel bad. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. RB Leipzig. Yeah, well, I'm curious what they're going to do this season, because, like I said, last season was really poor. Because in previous years, RB Leipzig, they're a team that always makes Champions League, if not Europa League. They're always in the mix for finishing in the top 5. They usually do pretty well in like the DFB Pokal as well. I'm pretty sure they won it like a few years ago. Like 3 years ago, I think they won it. And I feel like they've dipped. Their form has dipped the past 2 seasons. And they have good players like Openda, Javi Simons is great. Urban's really good. Galashi's a great goalkeeper. And I'm definitely not blaming this on Galashi at all. I mean, what else could he have done today? Here we go. Here's Leipzig. Shot. Oh! Oh, what a goal. Wow. 4-1. That's an unreal shot. He literally roofed that. Literally roofed it. Like, it hit nothing but the top netting. What a shot. Neuer goes down. Nusa goes up. And literally roofs it. Where Mama hides the cookie jars. It's where Mama hides those German cookies. I don't know if you have a German cookie. It hides the snickerdoodles. That's German, right? Where Mama hides the snickerdoodles. Okay, we got lots of subs for Bayern here. We got 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subs for Bayern. And we got 2 subs for Leipzig here. I'm not sure what the arguing is. What's that all about? What's the arguing? Kimmich has been shown a yellow. What's going on? I gotta shout out this. I just made a tweet right now. I gotta shout out this person on Twitter at Bouquet Luis. See you put in the work, bro. That hustle takes me back to my pre-verified grind. Just followed. I hope you're next up. Much love. I'm sending my love to you. Thank you so much for that. Very kind. It's amazing because I was so nervous. I remember the first time I did my first stream like 3 years ago. It was 3 years ago. I was so worried about, it's the internet, right? And so many people are negative on the internet. And I was like so worried about dealing with idiots and trolls and people making fun of me and whatever. I have thick skin, so it doesn't bother me, but it's something that was always in the back of my head. But the amount of love and support you guys have given me and given to the channel is absolutely incredible. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. So thank you so much. I absolutely love doing these streams. It's just nice and chill. It's a small community, but it's slowly getting bigger. I appreciate everyone who's tuned in, subscribed, or even just watched. You guys are the real legends. You're the reason why I do this. And I'm very, very grateful. So thank you so much. Let's get back to this game, though. We had a centuple substitution. Is that what you call it for 5? I have no idea what's going on in the game right now. Someone can explain. I'm so confused. I have no idea what's happening. So Kimmich got a yellow card in the 68th for dissent. I love Fought Mob. Needless from the captain, and he is questioning the decision from the referee. Come on, Kimmich. The substitutions. So we have Alexander Pavlovic is on. Leon Goretzka is off. Kim Min-jae is on. Jonathan Tah is off. Christoph Baumgartner is on. Johan Bakayoko is on. It just disappeared. Sasha Bowie is on. Conrad Lima is off. Lennart Carl is on. Shout out Carl. Great name. Serge Gnabry's off. And then, sorry, that sub for Baumgartner and Bayoko was for Leipzig. So Christoph Baumgartner for Leipzig is on. Johan Bakayoko is off. And then once again for Leipzig, Ezekiel Banzuzi is on. Haverschlager is off. And I apologize if I butchered the names. Greatly apologize. Final 20 minutes here. 4-0 for Bayern. I thought it would be closer, but I did predict Bayern to win. So I am somewhat right. We also put a poll in the chat, everyone. At this point, it's kind of pointless who's going to win. I'll keep the poll open because why not, right? The game's not over. Anything can happen, as they say. Oh, wait, I just realized they didn't count the goal. They didn't count that goal for Leipzig. Was he offsides? I just realized that. Oh my gosh. Harry Kane. Yabba dabba doo. I didn't even see it, but based off the announcer's tone of voice, it looks like another banger from Harry Kane. Banger. Well, I need to see the replay first to see if it is a banger. Look at the coach. The coach for Leipzig's like, fuck me, man. Get me out of here. I feel for Goalie, man. His defense has let him down. Good cross to the far side. They knock it around in the midfield. They go out wide for Kane. He cuts in the middle. That is a great shot. I love the little flick from Diaz to find Kane, and then cuts to the middle and then slots it bottom right corner. I don't know if I'd classify that as a banger. Like, I'd say Elise was a banger. The goal that Nusa scored that I guess doesn't count now. I have no idea why that didn't count. That was a banger. I was going to make a dirty joke if that was a banger, but I'll pocket that and save it for another day. I had a great joke. I had a fantastic joke ready to go if that was a banger. But I'll pocket it and we'll save it for another game. But 5-0. The last time we did a Bayern stream, it was in the FIFA Club World Cup, and they were playing the Auckland team from New Zealand. It was basically, they're a semi-pro team, the Auckland City, and they won that game 10-0. They're halfway to 10, 15 minutes to go. Will they add any more? Because RB Leipzig just looks so uninterested to do anything offensively. It's unfortunate. They started good in this half. They had a couple good looks. But I'm really genuinely curious as to why the USA, that's his name, right? USA? Nusa golden counts. I'm very confused by that. Tomorrow, Dortmund play tomorrow at 12:30. Should we go live for that, everybody? That could be fun, actually. I do like, I like Dortmund, but they're not that fun to watch because they're just frustrating. So frustrating, Borussia Dortmund. Yeah, who's playing in the Bundesliga tomorrow? Leverkusen, Hoffenheim, Frankfurt, Werder Bremen, Heidenheim, Wolfsburg, Freiburg, Augsburg, Union Berlin, Stuttgart. Oh my gosh, it could be 6. Oh my gosh. Harry Kane hat trick. Yabba dabba doo. Are you kidding me? 6-0. Stop the madness. This is just sad. It's like I'm at a funeral. 6-0. This is unbelievable. A hat trick for Harry Kane in the second half. Again, it's the same play again. Down the left wing, they find Harry Kane. He cuts to the middle. He slots it bottom right corner. But great job by Kim. That's crazy. That's too easy. That is a FIFA goal. That's how I score 90% of my goals on FIFA. It's off a counter like that. And then you just smash it. You hit, what is it? You hit circle and just smash it. 6-0. Wow. Did not predict this, folks. That's hilarious because literally before, when it was 3-0, I was saying, I haven't noticed Harry Kane that much in this game. He dropped back all the way to the back line to help out defensively. I'm like, I haven't really noticed Harry Kane that much today. Bayern Munich are full of stars. You know, it's okay for Kane to have an off day. Yada, yada, yada. Literally, like 2 minutes later, he goes and scores the first goal, and then now he's at a hat trick. That's crazy. You know what? Good for Kane. Good for Kane. A perfect hat trick. So Derek Ray says there is a concept called the perfect hat trick, where you have to score 3 goals like in a row. You can't like score one, the other team scores one, or someone else on your team scores one. It's 3 goals in a row by you, and that's a perfect German hat trick. So Harry Kane with the perfect German hat trick today. That's tweet-worthy. Oh my God, Carl! Great save by Goalie. RB Leipzig. This is just sad. I mean, Bayern Munich basically can just do anything they want in this game right now. RB Leipzig have just given up. It's like playing FIFA on beginner mode. Oh! Kimmich. Oh, that would have been a banger. I could have said my joke then if you put that in. That would have been a banger if that went in. A golazo. The ref cam. My one complaint with the ref cam, it looks like it's in 480p. Can we get that to be HD, please? It's 2025. Get that to be HD. Here's Luis Diaz. Underrated game, Luis Diaz. He's had a great game today. Here is Diaz. No way. Off the chest, but gets bodied off the ball. Referee says get up. Man, where are we at possession stats? I feel like it's like almost 70. According to the Bundesliga website, possession is 59-41. On FOTMob, it says 62-38. So I don't know what to trust. I guess the official Bundesliga website. I don't know. I'll trust that. 59-41. What's the XG? 1.54 to 0.45. How is the XG only 1.54? That makes 0 sense. Look at that shot. Easy save for Neuer. Long distance shots. That's the only thing Leipzig can do today. Long distance shots. 8 minutes to go in this one. I doubt the ref will add any stoppage time because why? But you never know. These European UEFA refs. Ever since that Qatar World Cup, stoppage times have gotten out of hand. I wouldn't be surprised if he got like 5 minutes out of this one. Here's Bowie for Carl. Back for Bowie. Javi Simon's going to steal it from him. And Leipzig going to possess the ball here for a little bit. You got to give credit, though, for Bayern. Like, they easily could have... This happened a lot in previous seasons when they got a lead. They'd kind of be lazy and sit back and not put, the foot on the throat and kill the game off. Today, full throttle, foot on throat, to suffocation probably, foot on throat, 6-0. Because there was one game last season. It was Bayern and Heidenheim. And Bayern had I think it was a 3-0 lead with like 85th minute or something. They had a 3-0 lead. And Heidenheim got a goal. It was off a good shot. And all of us were like, okay, whatever. Like, consolation goal, doesn't matter. Yada, yada, yada. The next play, they get a second goal. So we're in stoppage time. The game is 3-2. And Bayern are literally like hanging on for dear life. They were able to see the game out, but so many questions were asked that why did Bayern switch off? Why are they being lazy defensively? They're not respecting Heidenheim, And so this is really good to see Bayern really put foot on the throat today. 6-0. And that's going to be it for Harry Kane. Everyone give him a round of applause. A second half perfect German hat trick. Made it 6-0. It was 3-0 to start this half. Jared says, hey, Grant, how are you? Doing really good, Jared. Doing really good. It's nice to do a stream again. I feel like it's been a long time since I've done one of these. It's good to be back. Also on Twitch for the first time. That's worked out to perfection. It's worked out great today. But hope we're doing well, Jared. Big ups to Bayern Munich today. And stay tuned. We'll be doing more live streams because I'm going to have more time. Especially for soccer. We'll see about hockey. I'm either going to do hockey on the Hockey Podcast Network or on my channel. That's yet to be determined. The contract has not been signed yet. Because I only sign 1-year contracts. Luis Diaz goes down. It doesn't get a call. Look at Javi Simons with the spinorama. Love that. Are you excited for hockey? Yes, I am like dying for hockey. I can't wait for the NHL to start. I can't wait for college hockey to start. It'll be a fun time in October. I'm actually planning on going to New York in September and going to try and catch some New York Islanders preseason games. Hoping to do that. I believe when I'll be in New York, they're going to play the Rangers at MSG and then play the Devils at UBS. So I'm going to try and go to both. Because it's the only time I can see the Islanders in person. And then Jared says, I'm excited for James Higgins. Is he going to make the team this year, Jared? I feel like James Higgins, I thought he was going back to Boston College. Because I think he'll be a sophomore at BC. And then what's your Twitch stream? So yeah, so we're multi-streaming. So I'm live on Twitch as well. I put the link in the video description for my Twitch channel. So if you click that, it'll take you right to my Twitch. The plan is, so whenever I do a live stream, I'll be doing it both on Twitch and on YouTube. For gaming, I plan on gaming a few times a week. We have a couple games that we can play that I downloaded. We still have to finish Hogwarts Legacy. We're like halfway through that game, so I was thinking we could just finish that game and then pick a new one. There's like this Star Wars Jedi game that looks sick that we could do after. And then GTA 6 is going to come out in May of next year. So then we will, of course, do that. Do the full story mode. So lots of fun things going on. Lots of fun things happening for me in terms of streaming. I'm basically trying to like take a step back and keep it minimal and keep it simple. Because before in the past, I feel like I've tried to make streams really complicated and kind of crazy. And it's just stressed me out. And thank you, Jared, for following. I like that. It's like a dinosaur jumping. I didn't even do that. I did not even do that. But I appreciate you, Jared. But I feel like before, like, streaming used to be such a big hassle. I have a new setup now. I just want to keep it simple and easy. So that way I can go live more. So that's my goal for this upcoming year, is just to do lots of live streaming like this and keeping it really chill and just easy and fun. Because before, like, sometimes it wasn't really fun for me because it was just so much work, like setting up the stream, making the graphics, and trying to make it look fancy, quote unquote. But simplicity for me now is like the goal, and it's just so much easier at the end of the day. But again, thank you, Jared, for following on Twitch. I'm going to Tampa Bay for the Bruins versus Lightning game outside. Hopefully it's cold enough. Referee had 6 minutes on. Kind of a joke, in my opinion. Like, why? I feel like when a game is this out of hand, just end it. There's no reason to add any extra time. But yeah, hopefully it's cold enough for that outdoor game. I remember Jared, when it was like in Anaheim one year, and like the ice kept melting because it was so warm out. He is staying for BC 1 year, and then he'll play for the Maine Mariners. Is that like the minor league team, the Maine Mariners? But yeah, that's smart. He's smaller sized, right? He's like 5'10". So it's good that he's staying at BC. I tell you what, college hockey this year is going to be very interesting to watch. Like, I'm excited for it. You're going to have all of the Canadian hockey guys are now eligible to play in the NCAA, so that's going to be really, really cool. ECHL, sorry. But yeah, I'm excited for college hockey. Go Gophers. They're my team. I also support Boston University as well because of Cole Eiserman. Big Cole Eiserman fan. Here comes Carl. Can he make it 7? Good save by Galashi. Almost made it 7. And Bowie commits a foul, free kick for Leipzig. James Higgins is staying in Boston College 1 more year. Then I think he's going to play for the Maine Mariners or Providence Bruins, ECHL. And then did you hear the Penn State got another number 1 prospect again? Yeah, Gavin McKenna. I can't believe that. Of all the schools Gavin McKenna could have picked, he picked Penn State. And look, they made it to the Frozen Four last season. They had a really good program out in Happy Valley. But I'm left head scratching at that decision why he decided to go to Penn State. Like, I don't get it. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Michigan would have been a good school for him to go to. Here's Nusa. Good defense by Obamacano. Nusa had a banger of a goal to make it 4-1, but they didn't count it for some reason, and I missed it. So I don't know if it was offsides or what the hell was going on there, but it was an absolute banger. He literally roofed it, like top netting. I made a tweet saying he put it where Mama hides the snickerdoodles since this is Germany, and I think snickerdoodles is German. It sounds German, anywho. Oh, that just missed. Kim he like scuffed it and it almost went in. Yeah, we almost had an own goal situation there. It's a corner kick for Leipzig, looking to get a consolation goal, down 6-0. Can they get anything here? They go short. Here's Nusa lining it up. Good clearance. That'll be another corner. Jared says they beat my Maine Black Bears and go Black Bears. Yeah, did the Gophers beat Maine? Did we play Maine last year? I don't even remember. But Maine's up and coming too. The Inter Miami New England Revolution game last month was cool, and Messi scored and he signed my Messi Argentina jersey. That's insane, Jared. That's crazy that you got him to sign a jersey for you. That's awesome. I went to, speaking of MLS, it was last weekend. I went to the Sounders Loons game because the Sounders are my favorite MLS team. And then we got first row seats behind the net. So I got to see like Stefan Fry up close. Just being that close to the field was insane. Like, I never sat that close for a football game ever. So that was really, really cool. Lots of fun. They lost, unfortunately, and it was like the most boring game ever because the Loons parked the bus like Jose Mourinho, but that's okay. But it was still fun to see. I was just there for the experience. I didn't really care about the result. I just wanted to see my Sounders up close. And then Jared's asking, how are the Sounders doing? They're doing good. I think they're 4th in the Western Conference. They beat Club Puebla in the quarterfinals of Leagues Cup, so now they're in the semifinals of that tournament. It went to penalties. That game was very similar. It was scoreless. The Sounders had 80% possession, couldn't score. It goes to penalties, and they win it in penalties. So they avoided disaster. They make it to the semis of Leagues Cup. Top 3 teams, the top 3 finishers in Leagues Cup, automatically qualified for the CONCACAF Champions League, which is like the most important thing in my opinion. So as long as they finish in the top 3, that's all I care about. I don't really care about them winning Leagues Cup. As long as they get in the Champions League, that's all I care about. And then San Diego FC is doing good. Yes, they are. There we go. We've hit the 6 minutes, and that's going to do it for this one. 6-0 is the final between Bayern and Leipzig. RB Leipzig, piss poor performance tonight. They didn't really do anything all game. They had a couple good looks in the first half. A good chance for Nusa. He scored, but it must have been offsides or something. Someone can let me know on Twitter. But it finishes Bayern 6, Leipzig 0. Let me know your thoughts on this match in the live chat or in the comment section down below. But perfect start. Beautiful start to the season for Bayern Munich. We'll pull up stats here and everything. But I'll kind of give my match thoughts here. I'm going to record this, and then I'll upload this as a separate video for people who want to watch this later, I guess. But I'm basically going to pretend like I'm filming something right now. Let me pull up the stats again. I'm probably just going to go through the goals and then the stats and keep it simple and just give my thought. There's really not much to analyze about this game, if I be perfectly honest. So let's record. We're recording. All right. Got to get ready, folks. And feel free to chuck stuff in the live chat, too. And we can make this interactive, too. Got to get ready. Got to film. Get ready to film. Okay. I'm going to do my intro, and we'll get it going here. Ready? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Grand Hakim channel. This is your match reaction for the Bayern Munich and RB Leipzig game. Match day 1 of the Bundesliga. The very first game of the Bundesliga season. And as you can see on the scoreboard there, or if you're listening, I'll tell you, 6-0 is the final. I didn't see this coming. Maybe you at home saw this coming. I predicted 3-1 for Bayern. I thought RB Leipzig would show a little bit more. They had a really poor season last year. Finished 7th in the Bundesliga. Didn't qualify for anything. They're not even in the god-awful Conference League, for God's sakes. And I thought they would show something. Opening day at Bayern. Put in the effort. But no. We got little to no effort from Leipzig. It was all Bayern Munich. We're going to take you to the stats here. Let's just do it now. Not much to really analyze about this one, folks, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. It all got started in the 27th minute. Elise gets the goal. Luis Diaz got a goal in the 32nd minute. Elise again in the 42nd. Both Elise goals, I will say, were bangers. Kind of similar outside the box to the right and just smashed it far left on Goalie. And I feel bad for Goalie. Like, Goalie couldn't have done anything on any of these chances. Like, all these chances were, like, so clear-cut chances. It's like playing FIFA on beginner mode, like, or on novice mode. Like, literally, like, just open chances, and Goalie just left to dry. And then that was the end of the first half, 3-0. And I'm thinking, okay, Bayern are kind of just going to sit back and maybe not do much. They're probably going to win. Let Leipzig have the ball more, not put in the effort. But boy, was I wrong. Bayern Munich continue to pound RB Leipzig into the turf. Harry Kane, 64th minute, gets the goal. 74th minute, scores again. And then 78th minute, finishes the perfect German hat trick. And apparently that's when you score 3 goals in a row, consecutive goals in a row in Germany. So the perfect German hat trick for Harry Kane. And one thing that's really funny, if you watch me on the Watchalong, I literally said, probably at the 60th minute, man, like, I haven't really noticed Harry Kane that much. Like, he hasn't really done much for me in this game. There was a moment where Harry Kane was literally, like, as low. He dropped back as low as the back line for Bayern. And I'm like, what's he doing there? He should be up higher on the pitch. And then 4 minutes later, he scores. 10 minutes later, he gets another one. 4 minutes after that, he scores again. And 6-0. That's how it ends. RB Leipzig. Someone's going to have to explain this to me because I made a tweet about this. No one's gone back to me on Twitter. But Nusa came down. It was kind of off a counterattack for Leipzig. Came down. Absolutely roofed it where mama hides those snickerdoodles. If you're German, past Manuel Neuer, that would have made it 4-1, right? And then there was like this big controversy with the referee. I don't know what was going on. There was a big delay. I thought it had to do with the substitutions, but then all of a sudden I look at the scoreboard and it still says 4-0. And so someone at home, please let me know why that Nusa goal didn't count. I don't know if it was offside. That's my best guess. But that was a banger. Like, that was an absolute banger. There were a lot of bangers in this one. I'd say there were about 3 bangers. That would have been 4. And I had a perfect joke, too, to say if that went in. But I'm going to have to save it for another time. You're going to have to hear it. It was a good one. Scrolling down to the XG, 1.76 to 0.53 for Bayern Munich. That's kind of shocking. I feel like the XG should be like 3 or 4, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Leipzig, 0.53. That's perfect sense to me. If you're interested in these stats, I mean, the shots one is important. 9 off target, 10 on target for Bayern. 9 off target, 2 on target for Leipzig. Shots, I mean, at least they had 6 shots. That's crazy. Distance ran, Kimmich. I feel like Kimmich always runs the most. He's in the midfield. The fastest runners, that's like 21 miles per hour if the math is right. That's crazy. Possession, 60-40 for Bayern Munich. And honestly, it felt like 80-20. It was like one of those games. It was just all Bayern all day, all night long. All night long. Is that Lionel Richie? All night long. Yeah, if you had Harry Kane on your fantasy team, you struck gold today. Big points for him. If you play fantasy, let me know. I've never played Bundesliga fantasy. Let's go back to this. I'm going to pull up FOTMob so we can do our player ratings. And you can give me your player ratings at home as well. But I'm expecting man of the match. I think we all know who man of the match is going to be for this one. He's British. He has the same first name as Harry Potter. Oh, I wonder who it's going to be. Let's pull it up. There we go. Zoom in. Is that good enough for we can see this, right? Yes. If you're watching this on the recording, I'm doing this live on the stream, so keeping it easy. Let's start with RB Leipzig. So RB Leipzig today, poor performance, and you can see it by the colors. 5.2 for Rom, 4.4 for Lukba, Orban 4.4, Baku 5.4. The back line couldn't stop a pack of ants at a picnic. That's how bad they were. Schlager 6.7, Seawald 6.9. That's very nice. Diomande 6.0. Bakayoko 5.9, Openda 6.3, and Javi Simon 7.0, the only player in green. Galashi 3.7. None of the goals were on Galashi. Like I said, he made the saves he needed to make. That back line left him out to dry so many times, and I really feel bad for him. The substitutes, there you go. For Bayern Munich, Manuel Neuer 7.5. I feel like that should be higher. He got a shutout. He made some saves. Why not? Stanisic 7.8. Ta 7.4. Got a yellow card. Upamecano 7.8. Konrad Lima 7.0. Joshua Kimmich 7.8. Leon Goretzka 7.2. Luis Diaz, very good game. He has been an excellent pickup so far for Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. And the Super Cup last weekend against Stuttgart. He had a great game there. A goal and 2 assists for Luis Diaz. I'm excited for a full season of Luis Diaz, ex-Liverpool player on Bayern. Serge Gnabry got 2 assists. Elise, 8.7. Gnabry had 8.7. Elise, 2 goals, 9.0. And then man of the match, I had to agree. Harry Kane, 9.7 player rating, the hat trick, the perfect German hat trick, gets man of the match. Let me know your man of the match, but it's got to be Harry Kane. It's either Harry Kane or Luis Diaz, in my opinion. Like, both of those guys were on it today. Harry Kane had a slow first half, but he was on it in the second half. Luis Diaz overall, I think, was the best player in both halves. But I agree, Harry Kane is the man of the match. And then the substitutes, Kim, 7.2. He was good. He had the assist on the last Harry Kane goal. that got him the hat trick. So he looked good. And that is that. Honestly, not much else to really say about this game. Very excited. Greedy Mints says something on Twitch. Not sure what that's all about, but that is okay. The first time dual streaming, I think it went really well. I guess my overall thoughts on this one, I'm very proud of Bayern in this one. They easily could have, not put their foot on the gas and let up. I think in past seasons, that's kind of what we've seen from Bayern Munich, where they'll get a lead and then sit back and let the other team get back into it. I remember a game last season with Heidenheim where they 3-0 lead, 80th minute, Heidenheim get 2 quick goals, and it ends up being like a barn burner finish, and not good. So I'm glad they didn't let up. Foot on the throat to the point of suffocation in this one. They get the 6 goals. Great day. Great opening day for Bayern at the Allianz Arena. The fans were amazing. Atmosphere at the stadium was electric. And that's just that's a gorgeous stadium. I need to make it out there one day. Solid performance. There's really nothing I can really knock on that performance for Bayern. Everything about it was about as perfect as you could ask for, given it's the start of the season. So great job. Hopefully they can continue the momentum throughout the season. I believe their next game is on Wednesday in the DFB Pokal. They're playing Wien Wiesbaden, who are in the 3rd Bundesliga. They're in the 3rd tier of German football. So that should be a rotated squad game. And it's a road game too. I'm expecting a rotated squad for that one. Should be a win, obviously. It's the first round of the DFB Pokal. We can do a watch-along. So if you're watching the recording of this match reaction, I'm going to do my very best to go live for Bayern Munich games. If I don't go live for a Bayern Munich game, you can expect a match reaction video, sort of like this. It'll be a little bit different, but kind of same format, where I just talk you through the game and kind of what happened and give you my thoughts on it. Because tonight, my thoughts on this one, perfect. Not much else to say, really. What time is that game Wednesday? 2:45 Eastern. So if you're in the States or on this side of the world, 2:45 Eastern Standard Time, we will be live for that one. Standings. I'm just thinking of stuff to wrap this up. Standings. It's kind of pointless since it's the first game of the entire Bundesliga, but I want to be thorough. I'm always thorough. Let's show you. There it is. Bayern Munich in first place in the Bundesliga. +6 goal differential, 3 points. They lead the Bundesliga. If you scroll all the way down, poor Leipzig in the relegation zone. Leipzig, be careful now. But no, I expect Leipzig to finish probably in like top 5. Who knows? Last year was poor. So if they play like that for the rest of the season, it's going to be a rough year. But I'm expecting them to be a lot better for the rest of the season. So, yeah, I'm excited. So tomorrow, I can kind of take you through the fixtures we got going on. I'm not sure if I'll do any more streams this weekend for Bundesliga. I'll probably just do more streaming stuff if you're on Twitch. Because I'm going to be... I'll dual stream it, so I'll be on Twitch and YouTube, so it really doesn't matter. So tomorrow, we got Leverkusen and Hoffenheim. I think Leverkusen are going to win that. Frankfurt, Werder Bremen. I'm going Frankfurt. Freiburg, Augsburg. I'll go Augsburg. Union, Stuttgart. Stuttgart were really good a few seasons ago, but I'm going to go Union at home. Heidenheim, Wolfsburg. I'm going Wolfsburg. St. Pauli, Dortmund. That's a juicy one. Dortmund are kind of a team in flux. Bad season last year. I'm going to go with St. Pauli, get a draw to that one. I think Dortmund drop points on the road. And then on Sunday, Mainz and Köln. I will go Köln. I love the goats. I do love Mainz as well, but I'll go Köln. And then Gladbach, Hamburger. Shout out Hamburger. Insane fan base. Like, I've heard so many awesome things about that fan base. I've seen videos of that arena. I can't wait to see a home game on TV for that. That's going to be insane. But I think this one, I don't know how good they are. They just got promoted from Bundesliga 2. So I'm going to have to go Gladbach on this one. But I'm excited to see a home game for Hamburger. Going to have to do a stream for that. That's an electric fan base. Shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome. All right. Well, that is it, really, for this. Let's wrap it up. If you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Smash the like button as well. Check me out on my socials. @Hakim is the Twitter. @Hakim is the Instagram and Tickety Talk. If you want to get merch, join the Discord, or make a donation, all links are going to be in the video description. If you want to follow me on Twitch, link is down there as well. Also want to say a big shout out to the sponsor, Barvita. If you want clean, whole ingredients in your snack bars, say no more, go to Barvita. Link in the video description. You can use my code GRANT15 at checkout for 15% off, and you can use that every single time. Perfect for traveling, in between meals, snack. Instead of reaching for the Twix or the candy bars, reach for that instead. A lot healthier for you, because I want to make sure all you guys at home are healthy, happy, and enjoying life. That is what life is all about. So, yes, we'll wrap it up here. 6-0 Bayern over Leipzig. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day or weekend whenever you're watching this. And like I said, we'll be live on Wednesday for Bayern, and I forgot their name already. Wiesbaden. Wiesbaden. We'll be live for that one. 2:45 Eastern, DFB Pokal, round 1, because why not? It'll be fun. See you, everybody. Also, I'm sending all my love. From me to you and to everyone around the world. I forgot to do that. From me to you, to everyone around the world right now, if you give some love, hope we're doing well, hope we're doing okay. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll speak to you soon. There we go. All right, that's the recording, everyone. That was a solid recording. That wasn't too bad. For my people watching me live right now, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. First stream of the year was awesome. Met lots of awesome people on Twitch, on YouTube. Thank you so much. We will continue to do this throughout the entire season if it works out with my work schedule. It should for the most part, but sometimes there will be conflicts if it's like a Sunday or Saturday morning, because I do work sometimes on the weekend. But thank you so much. Same spiel. Follow me on my socials. Everything's in the link in the video description. Check me out on Twitch. And thank you again. This was so much fun. We'll see you Wednesday for that watch-along of the DFB Pokal. I might be live later tonight for some gaming, so stay tuned. Follow me on Twitch. Make sure you get notifications on. And yeah, speak to you soon, everyone. This was a grand old time. Thank you so much.